Hello everyone! Today we're going to look at the customs featured in my latest toy film, Mutated Monstrosities. Starting off the Rajasaurus and Triceratops. So I made these guys a while back and did not have much use for them. So they were based off of a canceled Jurassic Park toy line. I cannot recall what it was called. It had the Ultimasaurus in it, I want to say, and I just can't remember what it was called. But it got canceled and the toys were unreleased. So I kind of based the color schemes off of those and incorporated them onto these figures. After I made them, I was like, oh, what am I even going to use them for in film, since that's going to be kind of weird. But when a subscriber sent me the suggestion to have a Distortus Rex video, I thought, oh, I can incorporate them into that. And so I got them out of storage, and I couldn't find the Rajasaur. I thought I gave him away. But then when I finally found him, I was like, oh, look at that! I found it! So now I have both the Rajasaur and the Triceratops. But I also have a couple others featured in the video, as well as the Mutadon. Gosh, this guy's hard. I made him probably last year. So this is before there was any Mutadon figures, more than likely because the Mutadons were kind of added in last second. So I'm going to kind of show you him. So to make him, I had to take a Velociraptor body, obviously. I chopped off the raptor's arms, and I also took my X-Acto knife and I kind of made the head sharper. Like I removed chunks of the jaw and upper jaw to make it more of a triangle shape instead of the U shape like it typically is. I added some air dry clay on the neck, as well as I used a toothpick to give it like the detailing on it, scale definition. I also added some eyebrow ridges, also with the air dry clay. I added its beak, also with air dry clay. A few months ago, he fell off my shelf, and a few of his teeth broke off, as well as his beak. And so, as I was planning this video, as I was planning Mutated Monstrosities, I decided to finally fix him. I love how this turned out. I still cannot get enough of looking at this thing. Like, I'm very impressed with how it turned out. Oh yeah, I also added some clay to his back to make it look like he has kind of a ridge, like in the film. And yeah. Oh yeah, I chopped off the wings of my Dimorphodon and attached them to him. And of course I painted them too, which I think the bright orange looks really nice. I think I chose a great shade of orange and red. I'm just very impressed with how it turned out. And I think it looks really good. This is one of the few customs I made that I'm actually happy with how it turned out. So yeah, of course I had a bunch of leftover parts, including a Dimorphodon without any wings and just two random raptor arms. I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to use these for? That's where the Dimorphoraptor, or the Hunchback Hunter, comes into play. So, my original attempt to create a Mutadon failed, and so I had a whole nother raptor at my disposal. And so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's create a random dinosaur thingy. Another mutated creation. So I ended up taking the Dimorphodon. I attached that first Mutadon attempt of Raptor's feet onto him. Added some clay around it. I had some scale definition. I took the wing of the original Mutadon attempt and glued it onto the Dimorphodon, as well as adding his signature diamond-shaped tail tip. And I took the raptor arms from him and I attached it to where his wings would be. I also used some clay and added some little, like, flaps of flesh where wings were kind of supposed to be. And I didn't really have much use for him. I didn't really know what he was supposed to be. I just kind of made him just for the fun of it. But I was making, when I was coming up for a script for Mutated Monstrosities, I'm like, oh, I can use him too. And so it was perfect because I really wanted to incorporate a lot of these guys into my videos. Yeah, so I have a couple other customs that I did not include in Mutated Monstrosities. I don't know. Do you want to get a Mutated Monstrosities Part 2? Because I have some other customs I could easily incorporate into a Part 2. I don't know. What do you think? Now for the Distortus Rex, it's not really custom. I didn't do too much. all I did was I extended the brown to the end of the tail. His tail was lazy. They just kind of cut it off right here. And so I'm like, you know what? So I added that myself. Same thing with the white underneath on his belly. I also incorporated more white and made it go all the way down to the end of the tail. Another thing they did not do was paint his nails. I added that, as well as his little tiny baby T-Rex arms. So it looks definitely a bit better, I will say. So yeah, that's the customs featured in Mutated Monstrosities. Tell me if you want a part 2. I would love to make a part 2, but I don't know if anyone would even want that.